if you receive one project, will you check who is the current investor? What's their reputation? Would that happen that there is a no-go situation?
Yeah, undeniably, the investor has a big role in syndicating and facilitating Series B or C round, and basically, if it's not the case, it means that it's not value-added investor. So the good, real value-added investor, first of all, will help you to get to the stage in terms of the traction and in terms of structuring the company in such a way it's even fit for Series B and C. The real value-added investor helps you in terms of a network, helps with hiring top talent, helps with structuring the company, explains the intricacies and of the whole market, shares the experience and helps with international expansion. So I would say that first of all, the good investor, Series A or seed investor, should help you get to this moment that you are suitable for Series B and C investment. I fully agree that bad investor is really bad news. So the investor who has really bad reputation in the market is an enormous liability. And I've seen the deals that fall apart for that very reason. So the bad VC with a bad reputation on the market, who is aggressive, who is not willing to step aside, who has a huge influence over the company or extremely large shareholding and can enforce his decisions regardless if it's in the company's interest or it's not. So I would say that those are like first thing, the second thing, and the third thing is that the real value investor should basically use his Rolodex or her Rolodex and basically help in syndicating the deals. That's the way how it is done, especially at Series B and C stage when the internal there is already a few internal investors and they should reach out to their colleagues and basically to help to close Series B and C financing, and that's one of the most important roles also of the internal investors.
Chris, any comment here?
Yes, I mean, for us, it's especially important because we're looking at how does this company get funded going forward if we're putting money in, because there will be a need for, in general, more capital. So who those existing investors are is critically important. I think with each round, you need to kind of see this. It's kind of like a marriage. You're all going to be around the boardroom for at least the next 2 or 3 years, most likely, and then you're probably adding another set of people and more people after that. So you need to make sure that it is it's collaborative, that everyone's very much on the same page. I think there are certainly times where if the existing investor is not participating, there can be other reasons for that. So it may be that they are constrained in terms of their fund. We certainly see a lot of rounds where, let's say the round of 30 million, you have an incoming investor that says, I want to do a 30 million check. You need to waive your pro rata rights or you need to adjust in other ways. So I think there's certainly situations where it's not a concern. But if there's an investor in there that has a powerful position in terms of how they've structured their or the rights of their share class or simply just their ownership, it's going to be very hard for other people to come in and step into that situation. You don't want to be jumping into a problem.